Have you ever stopped to consider the profound significance of prayer in Islam? What might seem like a simple act of devotion in reality is a spiritual journey, a conversation with the divine, a cornerstone of faith. This spiritual journey is known as Namaj or Salah, a practice that transcends the boundaries of time and space, connecting the hearts of millions of Muslims with their creator, Allah. Namaj is not merely a ritual, it's an act of worship that's deeply ingrained in the fabric of Islam. It's a form of devotion that's more than just physical movements and recitations. It's a spiritual exercise, a moment of reflection, a daily reminder of faith, and a demonstration of submission to Allah. But how does one perform Namaj? Well, it's a process that's both simple and profound. It begins with the intention, or niyyah, which sets the direction of the heart towards prayer. Following the niyyah, you recite the takbir, saying Allahu Akbar, which translates to Allah is the greatest. This proclamation marks the beginning of your spiritual journey. After the takbir, you stand upright and recite the opening chapter of the Quran, Al-Fatiha, followed by verses from any other chapter. This recitation, known as Qiraat, is a moment of deep connection with the divine. Next, you bow in reverence, acknowledging the greatness of Allah. This act, known as ruku, signifies humility and submission. After ruku, you stand upright again, praising Allah and asking for His forgiveness. Following this, you prostrate with your forehead touching the ground. This act, known as sujud, is the most humbling part of the prayer, demonstrating complete submission to Allah. After the sujud, you sit briefly, then stand up to begin the next cycle, or rakat, repeating the same steps. The prayer concludes with the taslim, a greeting of peace, marking the end of your spiritual journey. So why is Namaj so significant? Because it's more than just an act of worship, it's a spiritual journey that brings you closer to Allah. It's a moment of reflection that strengthens your faith. It's a daily reminder of the divine presence in your life. In sum, Namaj, the Islamic practice of prayer, is a profound act of devotion that connects millions of Muslims with their creator, Allah. It's a spiritual journey that begins with the intention, involves recitation of the Quran, bowing, prostrating, and concludes with a greeting of peace. It's a significant part of the Islamic faith, serving as a daily act of worship and a means of communication with the divine. So, the next time you see someone performing Namaj, remember, they're not merely performing a ritual, they're embarking on a spiritual journey, conversing with the divine, and solidifying their faith. They're practicing Namaj, the essence of prayer in Islam.